Alright, it is Omar and Alex going out in the Mercedes AMG GT-S. We've got a solid 10 laps in this thing. We're going to go have some fun. Omar, my friend, I know I've asked you a million questions already, and I know you're probably like, dude, let's go.
Yeah.
But do you have any questions for me? Anything I can help you with?
Yeah, where's the lap timer? Where does it start or stop?
So right when you pass these two cones on the, I'll show you over here.
Yeah, oh, right.
That's technically where we have our sensor.
Yeah.
So you're pushing all the way down the straightaway, brake hard. Right when you make that turn, basically, that's when it's one lap or two laps.
Turn.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's actually technically right before.
Yeah, I just thought last time I drove, I thought I was going like the middle of the straightaway.
Oh, so then you slowed it down?
Yeah, because I was
no.
okay, so I thought the next lap was starting.
Yeah, no, it's right at that end.
Brain,
Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah,
yeah.
And that's easy to misinterpret because there's the finish line, you know.
Yeah, I was like,
so I totally get it.
Next lap.
All right, but that's a good question. Any other questions for me though?
No, I mean last time I like worked on like the different sections of the track and just want to put it all together, you know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and have your foot on the brake for me. I'm going to throw you straight into drive. All right, and if you don't have any further questions, let's go ahead and let off the brake, onto the gas a little bit. We're going to roll around this cone.
Does that park brake go off?
Yeah, it'll jump off. It'll probably still go ahead and go a little straight first. There you go, now hard right. Sorry, there's a cone right there. I just didn't want you to tag it. So this is where we're going to do some brake tests. So upshift once. Once you get to 30, give me a brake test. Not a slam, because they're kind of sensitive, just a firm, hard press. Let's go and try some brakes. There you go. I just want to get a good feel for it, of course. Get up to 30 one more time. I just want to test my brake on my side. Good. Go ahead and let off.
It works.
Sweet. I have brakes. It's kind of important.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, my friend. Let's go ahead and upshift to second or up to third now. There you go. We're going to keep it about 25 for me, okay? Safety. This is the AMG going up for 10 laps.
Yeah.
It's okay. Let's go ahead and start picking up on the throttle a little bit. Copy that, thank you. So we can go and start squeezing a little harder if you like. We're going to pick it up onto the track. Actually, stop right here for me, sorry. Copy, we're holding at cones. Sorry, somebody must have just took that turn. They probably thought they were coming off, but they didn't. Cool.
Oh, we got some traffic today.
Copy that, thank you. So we're going to let them clear one. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go and start picking up on the throttle again. Always a good thing to have safety back. Upshift once. Good, we're squeezing on the throttle. Upshift one more time. Should be in third gear. We're looking for the double orange cones. Ready? So start squeezing into those. See your little single orange?
Yeah.
Aim straight for it. Right here, when you're carrying a lot of speed, we'll brake to this cone, but I want you to coast. Stay wide of the blue cone. Once you get your blue, you're just turning in. Now you're feeding the throttle a little bit. Get nice and tight to the green cone. You're going to get middle of the track and see your green. Turn tight to that right green. There you go. All through here is kind of like an on and off switch. Tight to your left green. You're feeding the throttle now a little bit. You roll out to the right. Squeeze hard to the blue. I'll have you upshift once. Once you get to the blue cone, you're just turning. You're not full off the throttle necessarily. You're just kind of smooth on the gas to these doubles and then brake to the blue. Downshift once and then turn it into your green. There you go. These are the chicanes. They're like big S's. You want to cut straight through here, just kind of like you're doing. Upshift once. We're getting tight to your green. Aim for your blue. There you go. Brake a little to your blue and coast. Let it roll. Turn it tight to your green. So through there, we try to keep it in fourth. Trust me, it makes it a lot smoother. It's okay. You can leave it in third for now. Aim for your blue. Good. Once you get your blue, just let it coast. Turn it into your green. Tight to the green. And then back on the throttle. Ready? Start squeezing out. Unwind. Straightaway is yours. Take it away. There you go. About 6.5 is fine. All the way to doubles. We're going to keep to the left side track. Here's our braking zones. You ready? And hard brake. A little lighter. Downshift. Good. Downshift one more. Ready? Coast. Let it roll. Turn it tight to the green. Good. Very good. Tight to your left. You're feeding the throttle. Ready? Start squeezing out. Unwind. You're looking for the doubles. Now you're looking at your single. So you can squeeze all the way to doubles. Yeah, I know. It's a little small.
It just peeks out. Yeah.
And now coast. Let it roll to the blue. And then turn it tight to your green. Back in the throttle a little bit. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. It's really smooth, huh? Tight to your right green. There you go. Then tight to your left green. You roll out to the right. We're going to pass these guys on the left. Go and squeeze hard to the blue. Upshift once. It's okay. Keep feeding the throttle. We're just turning in, looking at your blue cone. Good. Brake a little harder for me. Downshift once. Now coast. Straight through it. There you go. Good. Right. Looking up. Nice and smooth throttle. A little bit harder now. Upshift once. Get tight to your green. Aim for your blue. Ready? Brake a little harder. Now coast. Turn in tight to your green. There you go. Back in the gas a little bit. Tight to your left. You're looking at that single blue. Good. Downshift once. Brake a little harder. And coast. Turn in tight. There you go. Nice and tight. Back in the throttle a little bit. Take it away. Upshift. Upshift. There you go. All the way doubles as hard as you like. And hard brake. Downshift once. Good. Downshift once. A little bit more brake. And coast. Let it roll. Tight to the green though. Very good. Nice smooth throttle. There you go. Unwind. Start squeezing a little harder to the doubles if you like. Aim straight for that single. Brake a little harder. Good. Downshift once and then coast. Let it roll to your blue. Turn it in tight. Back in the throttle a little bit. Very good. You got your lines pretty well.
Nice.
Tight to your right, off the gas. Back in a little bit. There you go. Good. Tight to your left. Now squeeze hard to the blue. Upshift once. Good. Once you get your blue, you're just turning in. You're looking at your blue on the right. Good. Brake a little. Downshift once. And coast. Turn it tight. There. Nice smooth throttle. Start squeezing. Upshift once. Good. Get tight to your green. There you go. That's my thought. Brake a little bit to your blue. Now coast. Turn it tight to your green. Back in the gas a little bit, tight to your left. You're feeding it to the doubles. Aim for the single blue. Soft brakes to your blue. Ready and coast. Let it roll. Turn it tight. A little tighter, a little tighter. Back in the throttle a little bit. Unwind. Yes, that's perfect, my friend. Good job. Upshift once. GTR, can we get a pass? We're going to slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit. So we're going to wait for their flashers before we pass them. They're going to take this turn. Hopefully we'll do pass. Brake a little hard. Downshift once. I got you. It's okay. GTR, I'm not passing till the flashers are on. Tight to your left. Go ahead and pass them to the left. Downshift once for me. Squeeze harder. There you go. All the way to doubles. Aim for the single. There you go. Soft brake. Now coast. Let it roll. Stay to the blue and then turn in tight. Easy throttle. There you go. A little tighter. Back in the gas a little bit harder. Good. Middle track. Nice and tight to your right green. Easy throttle. Very good. Tight to your left green. Rolling out. Ready to squeeze hard to the blue as hard as you like. Upshift once. Good. Now we're turning. Ready on the gas still to these doubles. Aim for your blue. Brake a little harder for me. Ready to brake hard. Downshift. Turn it in tight. So you want to get on this brake just a smidgen close. Because if I didn't touch it would have gone right through there. Good. Get tight to your green. Aim for your blue. There you go. Soft. And then go and just feed a little bit. Just turn it in tight to your green. And then back on the gas. Tight to your left. So you're just squeezing into these doubles. All through here is kind of like pulling you to the right.
Yeah.
And then right here, just when we're carrying a little bit more speed, I'll have you brake, but turn it tight to your green. And then now feed the throttle. You start squeezing out. Beautiful. Take it away, my friend. You can squeeze as hard as you like all the way to doubles.
I got a little off my rhythm, man. I was ready to pass that guy.
I know. I apologize.
It's alright.
And hard brake. A little bit harder now. Downshift. A little bit harder. Downshift. A little bit brake. Ready. Turn it tight. There you go. Nice smooth throttle now. Tight to your left. Ready. Feed the throttle. Staying out wide. Start squeezing into the doubles. There you go. Good. Soft brakes. Downshift once. And coast. Let it roll to your blue. Turn it tight. Easy throttle. Start feeding it. A little bit harder if you like to the middle. Tight to your right green. There you go. Tight to your left green. Good. Squeeze hard to the blue. Upshift once. Good. Once we get to your blue, you're just turning in. You're looking at your blue on the right. And bring it really close to it. Brake a little harder for me. Downshift once. And then coast. Let it roll. Very good. Easy throttle. Looking straight through here. Now on the gas harder. Upshift again. Good. We're going to tight to your green. Aim for your blue. Soft brake. And coast. Turn it in tight. Back in the throttle now. Tight to your left green. Feeding the throttle. We're going to leave it third this time. Aim for your blue. Brake a little. And coast. Turn it tight to your green. A little tighter. Back in the throttle. We start squeezing. Yeah. Right on the line. Take it away, buddy. Upshift. How we feeling?
Good, yeah, feeling good.
Good. Upshift. Tight to the left. All the way doubles. Good. And hard brake. Harder. Downshift. Good. Downshift. A little lighter. And coast. Let it roll. Turn it tight to your green. Back on the accelerator. Tight to your left. You're feeding the throttle harder to the doubles. Aim for the single. So, soft brake. Good. We're going to wait for them. Come on, guys. We're on your butt. Let's go. Alright, we're going to pass these guys here in the next turn here. Wait for their flashers. Come on, guys. Come on. There you go. Pass on the left, squeeze hard to the blue. Upshift. There you go. Turning in tight, looking at your blue cone again. Good. Soft brakes, downshift once, and coast. Turn it in straight through. There you go. Easy throttle.
Felt good.
Right here is perfect. Right here on the throttle again, all the way doubles. Get tight to your green, aim for your blue. Soft brakes to your blue. There you go. We're going to pass these guys on the left. Go and pass them on the left. There you go. Tight to your left. Feed it to the doubles. Aim for the single. Set. Brake a little harder. Downshift. And coast. Turn it tight. There you go. Back on the throttle a little bit. There you go. Take it away, my friend. You got it. There you go. Good. Ready? And hard brake. Downshift. A little lighter. Just a little. Good. Downshift. Ready and coast. Let it roll. Turn it tight to your green. A little tighter. Back to the throttle a little bit. Tight to your left. Ready. Feeding it to the doubles. Aim for the single cone. You're just passing everybody today. Brake a little to your single cone. Don't worry about the car. Just focus on the cones. There you go. Good. Turn it in tight. Back in the gas a little harder now. There you go. Tight to your right. A little less. A little less. We're going to wait for their flashers. There you go. We're going to pass them on the left. Downshift once for me. Squeeze hard to the blue. Now upshift. There you go. Turning in tight. Back on the gas still. Ready to brake a little harder. Downshift once. Now coast. Turn it in straight through. Yeah, there you go. Wait for it. Back in the throttle a little bit. Start squeezing. I told you she gets a little wiggle.
I was looking for the edge, a little, you know.
Soft brake to your blue and coast. Turn it in tight. Back in the throttle. Tight to your left. Ready. Feed the throttle. We're gonna leave it third this time. Aim for that blue.
Still feels good. It gets a little loose, but I still feel...
You feel the whole car. That's why whenever I describe this car, I call it a driver's car. There you go. Take it away. She just got a lot of aggressive play. You know what I mean? There you go. And hard brake.
Yeah, it's not really not a handful.
And coast. Let it turn tight. Very good. You got it. Nice. It's okay. All right. So let's go and do a cool down lap real quick.
Yeah.
We still got another solid 5 laps. I just want to give this car a second to breathe. I'm going to have you upshift to 5th. There you go. How are we feeling though?
Oh, I feel great, man. It's a ton of fun.
Oh yeah. You're just you're flying everybody. Everybody's like, where is this guy coming from? Didn't he already pass me?
Oh man. Did I pass someone twice?
No, I think it was just they came off the track and then came back on with another customer, but still, it was funny.
I love driving, man.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
too.
my first car was a 1970 Mustang.
Oh yeah.
And it had a very long hood. It was a 2-door coupe. Like this, and but I mean, like the power and like, you know, the technology, all that stuff. Like,
seeing, I literally think Mercedes. I know it's not American, but it's like as close as you can get to an American muscle car without, you know, being American, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
It's got some juice, it's got that sound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and trust me, and the only reason we don't have like a super exhaust on these is because you have to be able to hear me.
Yeah.
But I've had people put exhausts on these things and they're so loud. Oh my gosh, they're aggressive. So you can pick it up to 70 through here if you want. Kind of get a little bit of wind through the engine. We're going to let this Ferrari pass this for me though. We're going to keep to the right. Thank you.
I'll check it through here for you.
You're okay. I got your back. Perfect. And keep tight to the left. We're probably going to pass them here in a second anyway.
Yeah.
You ready to get started?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and have you downshift. Good. All the way to blue. Once you get your blue, we'll start picking up on the throttle. Downshift one more.
Yeah, would have been great.
Yep, and then back on the gas. Start squeezing. Yeah, I know. I was trying to play with it a little bit. I was like, let's try to see how you feel in second a little. So I played a little bit. Ready to squeeze hard to the doubles, aim for the single. There you go. And brake a little and then coast. Let it roll. Turn it in tight. Easy throttle a little bit more. There you go. It's all about loading each tire.
Yeah, nice trying to pick that up.
Exactly. So when you do it, like even right here, turn in, now back on the throttle, ready, start squeezing. So you turned it a little sharp.
Yeah.
That's why you would have lost it if you hit the throttle too hard. But right here, for instance, you're on the gas. You don't want to drop off the throttle. You want to brake a little harder. Now coast, turn it in. You'll load the tire if you kind of come off a little bit, turn it in, and then back on the throttle. You load that tire up. Now you're feeding it to the doubles.
Which tire are we loading, the front?
It all depends.
Yeah.
Usually it's the back left or the back right. So turn it in tight. So that'd be the back left. See how I lost a little grip there?
Yeah.
Squeeze hard at the doubles, aim for the blue. Brake hard now. There, ready, coast, turning it tight. So we loaded the front, back on the throttle a little bit. Now you loaded the back right. Take it away. It's a lot of weight distribution. Upshift. Honestly, it's just physics, but it's one of those things like you don't realize until you have to like sit there and do research on it sometimes. Hard brakes, downshift. Good, downshift. A little bit. Now coast, let it roll. Turn it tight. Wait for it. Now easy throttle. So I could feel you jumped off the throttle. Let it roll in a little. Squeeze hard to the doubles, aim for the single. Soft brakes to your single. Ready, coast. There you go. Now turn it in. Now back on a little bit of the throttle. A little bit more, a little bit more. There you go. Good. Middle of the track. Then off the gas, tight to your right, and then back in the throttle. You loaded that left tire. Tight to your left. You roll out. Squeeze hard to the blue, as hard as you like now. Good. Once you get your blue, you're just turning in. You're still on the gas, aiming for your blue. Brake a little. Downshift once, and coast. Turn it straight through. There you go. Now nice and smooth throttle. Ready a little bit harder. Upshift once. Good. Tight to your green. You're just looking at your blue. And soft brake to your blue and just let it coast. Turn it tight to your green. Back on the throttle, tight to your left green. You're feeding it to the doubles, just aiming for your blue. Brake a little. Downshift once. And coast. Turn it tight to your green. There you go. Back on the accelerator a little bit. Start squeezing out. Take it away. There you go. Upshift. Yeah, they'll lose this a little bit on the straightaway. Upshift. But we're going to catch them here in one. And brake hard for me. Downshift. A little bit harder. Downshift. Good. Ready. And coast. Let it roll. Back in the gas a little bit. There you go. Good. Tight to your left. Feed the throttle hard to the doubles. Aim for the single. Brake a little harder. Downshift once. There you go. Coast. Wait for the blue. Turn it in tight. Back in the gas a little bit. Start squeezing harder. There, you can tell they're trying to stay away from you, but they can't. We're going to brake a little. We're going to pass these guys on the left for me. There you go. Thank you. Ready? And squeeze hard to the blue. Upshift. There you go. Just turn it in tight. Looking at your blue cone. Brake a little harder. Downshift once. Turn it tight. There you go. Nice, easy. A little too soon. It's okay. So you jumped on it just a little too soon.
I was on it like a second after you.
Yep.
Like half a second after you.
Aim for that single blue. We're going to leave it third. Soft brake. And coast, let it roll. Turn it tight to your green. Back on the accelerator, tight to your left. Ready, feed it to the doubles. We're going to leave it in third this time. Brake a little bit harder, a little bit harder. Ready, coast, turn it tight. Wait for it, a little tighter. Back on the throttle, start looking down a little, looking down. There you go, take it away. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, man. You're good.
I love it.
Alright, brother, ready? And hard brake, downshift. A little bit more brakes now, downshift. Ready and coast. Let it roll. Turn it tight. Easy throttle now. There you go. That was perfect. Feed the throttle. We got one more. Ready? Squeeze hard to the doubles. Aim for that single cone. Brake a little bit harder. Downshift. Now coast. Let it roll. Turn it tight. Easy. Off the gas a little. Back in. Yeah. There you go. That was nice.
Awesome.
Nice and tight to your right green now. Feed it a little bit harder. A little bit more. There you go. Now off the gas. Tight to your left. Roll it out. Back on the throttle a little bit. Squeeze hard to the blue. Upshift once. That was beautiful. Now we're turning it. Still in the throttle a little bit. Aim for your blue. Brake harder, downshift. Coast, turn it straight through. There you go, easy. Wait for it. Okay. Now a little bit on the throttle a little bit. Tight to your left, upshift once. Get tight to your green, aim for your blue. Squeeze into the doubles. Brake a little harder now, harder. Now coast, turn it tight. Back in the gas a little bit, tight to your left. Easy throttle now, a little bit harder to the doubles if you want. Brake hard brakes, downshift. Turn it tight, a little tighter. Back in the throttle. Easy, there you go. Straight it up, take it away. Yeah, there you go. That was a good last lap. Yeah, that was a good one. All the way doubles. And brakes. A little bit harder. Downshift. Downshift. Ready, coast. Let it roll. Let it roll. There you go. Alright, brother. You did very good, man. Let's go ahead and do our cool down lap. This car needs it, especially after that. Good drive. Let's go ahead and upshift to fifth. Beautiful.
Oh, man,
what'd you think? You liked it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Good, good. You did really good, man. Yeah, you're smiling the whole time, so that's a good thing.
Oh, man.
You did that like, 3 perfect that last time.
I told you on it, and then, you know, like how your brain shifts into that mode where you feel it and you're like, oh, you know, I'm doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then,
we're going to let this one car pass us real quick.
Sure.
You can go and keep feeding the throttle. Just keep it about 45 if you want. There you go.
But
no,
yeah,
I totally know what you mean. Yeah, your brain, you almost have to kind of shut it off a little because you're like, I don't know if it's going to make that. And then because I'm sitting there saying, ready, coast, turn it in. You're like, are you sure?
Yeah. Like, I believe you.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
and right there,
yeah.
you know, through those chicanes, if honestly, if you just get a little close, just a little closer to the blue.
Oh, yeah?
So right before you start turning in, it'll actually more of a straight line straight through there. So that way you can be on the throttle where you want to be.
Less turning.
Yeah, it's a little less turning and straight onto it.
Yeah.
And then you want to kind of be on the throttle right at the first cone, but then off, and then back in on the second cone. It kind of sets your car up for that turn. It's little things, dude. I love this track. We're gonna exit right here for me.
Yeah, just a little more track time, you know.
Oh, dude, I thousands of laps here, and every time I go out, I still learn something.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things. But I love this job. It's fun. All right, my friend. So we'll keep it about 15 miles per hour, and then once we pass that 5 mile per hour sign. These stinking lights. They need to turn off the sensors. And then once you pass the 5 mile per hour sign, I'll have you cut hard right. We'll go ahead and have you park it, and then get some cool photos for you.
Nice.
Yeah, of course, anytime. It's a pleasure driving with you.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh, there's a club here.
I was about to say, yeah.